Amos. It's looking, it's seeming kind of dire around here. We're sitting here. What are we watching?
YouTube.
Do we like YouTube?
Yes.
Does Mommy?
Yes.
You know it's August when you turn the air down 2 degrees because you're just tired of being hot. Sitting here drinking hot coffee, sweating. Good morning. So we have 2 birthdays in the Wood house. My husband is 49 today, and my middle son is 16. And they have gone fishing because I was going to make breakfast, and they abandoned me for Spanish mackerel, which is kind of good, right? I can put this phone up higher. I need something to hold phones. Make breakfast, a box of Fruit Loops right there. So what are we doing today? We might go on the boat. Posted a birthday message. Oh, that's nice. We went on the boat. No, what did we do yesterday? Did we go on the boat yesterday? No, we did not. We went to my parents for dinner, which was super nice, with Amos. And I took Amos to the pool for a little while. And you might think, well, how are these things all related? We're doing a medicine change right now, which I feel like we do every summer because it's nice that we're around each other. So Amos was on Lexapro. So Amos has autism, but then oftentimes people with autism have ADHD and anxiety. Those are kind of the big. Anxiety is way harder than autism. Autism just makes him interesting. Anxiety and ADHD, impulsivity are our problems. And so we were on Lexapro for a while, and that worked great. And then it was causing these like breathing tics. So we switched to a new medicine. And you never gush over your middle son like you do Thomas. It's because I don't like him as much. No, because he is unwilling. He does not want to be a part of my blog at all. And so I try to be respectful of my family members, right? I know it's shocking since there's all this stuff like, well, children don't get a say. I mean, I guess there are people making a lot of money. So the blog is really about me and my experiences. It's not like for my children to like dress up and look cute and dance or something. But anyway, the medicine thing has been big. So we switched again this summer because we have this kind of tics things happening again. So then the question is, are tics happening because they just are, or are they medicine related? And Amos can't really tell me how medicine makes him feel. So if he could say, Mom, this makes me feel dizzy, or this makes me feel whatever, then I'd be like, okay. But I don't know. Try it. This is why I have a subscriber page. Somehow for $5 a month, it really keeps the wrong people away. But anyway. So now we're on a new medicine, and we have been for a few weeks. And we've taken guanfacine for years, which helps also with ADHD. So we stopped the guanfacine to see how this new medicine would work. I don't know what it's called. Something. And once we took off the guanfacine, I've realized the new medicine is not working at all. So I messaged the doctor and said, now what are we going to do? And it's still causing these tics. So then do you go back to the old medicine that did seem to work well enough, even though it caused the tics? it's really hard. So yesterday we went to the pool, and Amos, he has not done horseback riding. We could. It's about an hour and a half away. So it's just kind of weighing what, how worth is an activity. We live in a really small place, which is great. But for things like that,
you found me.
There's not. Kate Swinson, I'm finding Cooper's voice. Stop confessing. Okay, I need to text her. But anyway, so yesterday we went to the pool, and I thought the pool is usually a pretty good spot for him. He likes to play with other people, and that's kind of nice. And well, there was a family there that I knew, a really nice family, with their grandchild, and they are all hanging out in the shallow end, which is Amos's, where he usually plays with a bunch of little kids. And then he proceeded to splash all of them multiple times. And it was annoying. And I'm saying, we're doing meds change. And I know they're like, oh my God, these people are nuts. Or he always comes to the pool and he's used to splashing with these other little kids. Does Amos get blood work done every 6 months or so? Are you on crack? No, we don't do blood work. I would sooner you stick a IV in my throat than have to get blood work from Amos. We get blood work if he's having surgery, and he's not. So anyway, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's always trial and error with medications. Well, I don't know how people function without them. The impulsivity, which is the splashing or the getting too close to people, like we were on the beach yesterday, and don't put him on medications. I mean, I can't even with the opinions. But it's important. I do think it's important to have a bigger group that doesn't understand about this, and I'll take those kind of comments. My other children didn't take medication, and when people will be like, oh, that boy is kind of naughty, I can tell, Yep, Janice, kids splash, but almost 10-year-olds don't usually splash adults in the face. I mean, that's rude. Now, if you're an 18-month-old, sure, and you would say to them, no splash in the face. But for him, this is what I do with the friends, right? But I mean, how much can I get into a conversation with other people about that? And I think I was telling a friend of mine yesterday that was at the pool, I was like, it is such an awkward place to be, because I had 3 kids that were typically developing. I've done this before. Never did one of my 10-year-olds go up to an adult and splash them in the face. 10-year-olds they know better. So it wasn't that I was parenting them better, right? It's just that they don't have the same struggles that Amos does. Yes, we're going to do a subscriber at Tales Church at 10 a.m. What about putting him back on the guanfacine? Well, that is the plan. But in order to get the guanfacine, now I have to get the prescription moved over and have to drive at least 45 minutes to get it. And then when we get in the car, people want to go to the airport when we pass the sign to the airport. So it is, it's kind of a big deal. Just getting in the freaking car to go somewhere is a big deal for us, because we have to have so many just discussions about things. Yeah, it's a lot. So the medication thing is, Amos has to have medication to function in the world in a way that's acceptable. If you can't splash people in the face, or you can't be in a traditional classroom and throw things, that is unacceptable. And so I guess, with this friend of mine was like, you're right, I hadn't thought about that. It's almost easier the older he gets, in my mind, is because it's so obvious that it's not just bad parenting. It's older, forgiving. Love Todd, my friend. I don't have an autistic family member, but you have helped me. I hope so. I hope so. So when you see the almost 10-year-old at the pool or he splashes you, you know, what he's saying is, I just want to play. I want somebody to play with me. And so then I started playing with him and chasing him, which is fine. I'm his mother. I can do that. But for 10 years, I've been parenting a toddler. And yesterday, I just wanted to sit in the pool and talk to a friend for 5 minutes. And I couldn't do it, which is, again, fine. But just know that when you see somebody like me or you think, boy, she seems opinionated or she seems rare or she's whatever, like, I'm really tired. I am tired. I'm parenting 3 teenagers and trying to do a good job of that, and parenting Amos and medicine changes and getting ready to go to school, which is a huge transition, and it's a lot. I mean, last night we went to my parents' house for dinner, and we took Legos and thought Amos can watch TV. They'd already grilled out, so we were kind of like ready, you know, and we get there. Well, he has an accident. So he has to take his pants off. I hadn't brought extra pants. Sometimes I have extra pants, but I don't typically bring them. It doesn't happen very often. Well, then he couldn't be in his pants. So then he was walking around with a shirt on and no pants. Well, you can't walk around the house in a shirt on with no pants. My children had some friends there, the parents. I mean, my daughter may be dead if she hadn't started on Lexapro. Oh, Kimberly, Lexapro was so great for us. And then it caused these terrible breathing tics about a year in. And we ended up at UNC Chapel Hill for like a week because we could not stop it. And we figured out that that's what it was. So I hate that. Yes, Amos goes to public school. He has a teacher that we're so excited about. And he has some friends from his class last year who really appreciate and have learned a lot from Amos, I think. And he had a great year last year. Great. Leanne Nixon was his teacher, and she just loved him. And Amos, did you like Miss Nixon, your teacher?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no. He doesn't want to talk about school. So see, I'm his interpreter. I know that. All my 63 years, I thought they were naughty. Never thought about autism causing bad behavior. Oh, well, thank you for saying that, Shirley. My 5-year-old is an autistic, but very hyperactive, distractive, impulsive. Oh, I'm so glad, Melissa. Transition journey to the new school. So the tick went away? Yes, when we switched off Lexapro, but Lexapro really worked well. Yes, we tried clonidine. It did not work for us. Going to a station for gas is a nightmare. Everything is hard. You cannot, there is nothing that doesn't require work. Well, by now he should know not to splash in the face. Okay, Trisha. Trisha's the expert. Many times from you and the other kids. Now he's testing you. So Trisha, I don't know if you're a doctor, just like me, and play one on TV, but that is not what it is. What it is the wiring in his brain doesn't tell his hands not to do something. Have you ever been drunk as a coot? You know how when you're drunk as a coot, I remember one time I was hammered and I was arguing with the police officer, sitting on his car arguing. Now, it's because the alcohol affected the wiring in my brain and I was argumentative. This is how Amos is all the time. It's like he's drunk. A drunk cat. I'm going to get my subscriber link. I can't take it. Oh, I'm back. I mean, I just cannot take it. Though I like questions. Lord knows. I mean, if anybody says what I'm talking about is irrelevant, then they need to come read these questions. Yes, so impulsivity is you You can't stop yourself, right? So it's not that he's not testing me. If anything, it's hard on him. And the splashing thing is because that's what little kids do. They splash. So he knows when I'm in the shallow end at this pool, we splash, right? We're in a pool. That's appropriate behavior. And it is when it's children his age. That's what they do. They splash and chase. He's learned this is how we have friends. You know, this is what we do. But then he's not able to say, oh, well, these are adults. Have you tried ADHD medicines? So the guanfacine is ADHD, not this newest medicine we tried is called an antipsychotic, which sounds terrible. Does Amos hear you talk about his disability? Yes, he does. He does. Yeah. And we talk about it with Amos, though Amos does not like medicine. So our goal, our biggest goal is for Amos to succeed at school. And in that umbrella is succeed in friends, the ability to be in a traditional classroom. That's it. If he can be successful, I'll do anything I can to help make that happen, which involves this medicine changes. And so then when you have medicine changes and you go off medicine, you really realize why you need medicine. I have a friend whose child was on medicine, and they were like, we're going to take a break from the medicine. And on the first day of no medicine, he swallowed like a 50-cent piece, which is what? He just put it in his mouth and swallowed it. I mean, how can you do things like that? You wouldn't even know that somebody was going to do that. And you have to laugh. You have to laugh. If you don't laugh, you'll sit around and just cry all the time. So today is a Seroquel. We hadn't had that. I try not to make suggestions about medicine to the pediatric psychiatrist that specializes in autism. I just sort of let him decide. I recognize my limitations. My limitations, like I can get up and put a bra on in the morning. I can get people. Somebody wants to join me on my video. Who is it? I almost want to let him. Oh, he went away. Sort of tricky. Unmedicated is unbelievable. Todd. Todd knows. And Todd's son is older and bigger than Amos. And oh God. Now he's sticking his tongue out at me in a banana. Ooh. You sicko. It's disgusting. What are you going to do with that banana? I'm going to pop you in the head with it, fool. Do you ever get any rest? Sometimes. When people don't send me lecherous banana photos, getting the right meds for myself has been hard. So that's another, you made me excited. Y'all, look at this. Look how smart I am. So we got this new couch up here, and it's white because you can wash it. But I decided I don't want to wash it. So I found an old queen sheet, and I just popped this queen sheet right on this couch. Isn't this smart? I'm so tickled with myself. I'm going to put sheets on all my couches and chairs. You know, it's going to look like you're like in an old ranch that's abandoned. What salary do you need to live in Chapel Hill? Robin, you're going to have to come over to the subscriber page. I can't get into an economics discussion. What was I saying? Oh, medicine. So I take Zoloft. And when I started on my weight loss journey, quit smoking journey about a year ago, I went down on it. Well, I decided yesterday, I was like, I think I may need more medicine. Have you thought about hosting an event after seeing you at Kate's weekend retreat? I would love to hear more from you. Well, you're in the right place. So we have October 13th through 15th for subscribers. I have 200 people coming to my little town of Edenton, and the Chamber of Commerce is going to have us at Shrimp by the Bay Friday night. We have some really fun activities planned. I think Edenton is always excited. It does a lot for the local economy, and it's just a great place to live. So anyway, so if you want an event where this is the second time I've done that, and then last year I did a cruise. I do not have a cruise on the schedule yet because I have a senior in high school and I'm trying to not over commit. So anyway, I'm cranking up the Wellbutrin. Yeah. Zoloft. Well, this friend of mine years ago, I always give her credit, but she says, I remember I had a baby, Russell was a baby, and she said something about taking Zoloft. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you were depressed. She was like, oh, I'm not depressed. I call it don't kill my husband medicine. And I was like, oh, shit, I need that mess. So I've been taking it. Russell's 16 today. So a long time. Long time. Zoloft sent you to the ER. Well, it didn't me. It sent me to the, it's like getting out on bond for myself. Followed for 2 years. Think about the positive changes you've seen in Amos. Oh, I totally agree, Sam. It really is helpful. He's done so well. If we become a subscriber, can we join in October? Yes, you sure can. I have about 15 places left. So you're a subscriber, you can come. You can bring a friend, you can bring a partner, you can bring a wife, a husband, whatever. You don't hear the smoke detector.
Oh, not again.
Maybe you've just become immune to it like me. What?
You can change it.
What does your shirt say? Let me see your shirt.
Uh,
What does your shirt say? Read it.
we should see content.
Friends.
We should be friends. International.
No, this says, here, look.
What?
Inclusion.
Inclusion.
That's right.
Inclusion. You better change for me.
Okay. That's a company called Little Rebels with a Cause, and they make these shirts, and I love them. How is Amos this morning? Are you good this morning?
Yes.
Do you want to go on the boat?
Yes.
With Daddy and Russell?
Yes.
It's real hot.
It's only or hot.
It's real hot.
It's real hot.
You have to resubscribe. Oh,
You
shoot.
better change it for me.
On this one?
No, just on YouTube.
YouTube vehicles, not a Kumon?
No.
Okay.
You better change it.
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, vehicles. Okay. E. H. Vehicles for kids or just vehicles?
Just me.
What state are you in? Hell no. North Carolina. Okay, what?
Huh? Oh, we're here. What over here?
Blippy?
Over here. What? Anyway,
That one?
what did you do?
What?
Better down here.
Down here. Yeah, so it's that little breathing tip. Okay, That one? okay. You haven't even had breakfast. Are you hungry? You want to have some toast? Peanut butter toast? Toast?
What kind of truck is this?
What is it?
Rotary drilling ring.
Oh, that is so fun. Yes, we've been working on mastering the remote. Other people are working on pre-algebra, not us. Mastering the remote. Any lodging left in town? Yes, there's a few hotel rooms left. It's talesweekend.com. So if you become a subscriber, you can go in and register. Gosh, my ear. How's my ear look? So last week, just FYI, if you ever have a follow your gut instinct, I got my hair cut, and then the next day I had this like pimple on my ear, or later that day, and I was like, that is so weird. And then I picked at it because that's what I do. And then I called my dermatologist and was like, I'm worried I have this thing on my ear. Mary Helen Hutchinson, one of my favorite people in the world. And she was like, I think it's a precancer, so we could freeze it and watch it, or we could biopsy it. And October 13th through the 15th. And I said, let's just go ahead and take it off and biopsy it. I drove all the way here. I have Amos. She was like, fine. And they called back and they're like, it's a squamous. Well, I had a squamous over here. And so one of my subscribers' sons is my Mohs doctor. So now I got to go get this Mohs thing on my ear. Such a pain in the ass. Oh, I know. I love your page. Oh, you would like being a subscriber. So anyway, yes, there's Sheila. Sheila is the expert on the rooms. Sheila is the expert on all things my life. I was on Zoloft, felt tired. Well, you know what I thought today? ABA therapy. That would be, we have not done ABA therapy in the strict way, though there is a person that lives in Edenton, and I woke up this morning thinking I'm going to text her. Your ear looks good. Wait, you're early. This was a big video. We're doing Subscriber Tales Church at 10. I'm thinking of holding back my youngest with autism. This is last year we can make this decision. Are you for? So Tiffany, that is a really, really great question. And my gut would be to hold back. We've held Amos back once already, once or twice. So he'll be 9 starting the 3rd grade. I think once, but he had a November birthday. And if your child is going to go to school till age 22 or later, to me, hold back when they're little with their peer group, because it's inclusion. It seems a little bit easier to me, real inclusion. Like Amos has a really good time playing with about 4-year-olds. Now, granted, he can't be in pre-K forever, but he likes that. So that would be my initial gut. We are moving forward this year. I had thought about the same thing, but Amos has a really good group. They go to our church and then at school in his rising 3rd grade class. So that's, he's got a good group, a really, really good group.
You change the kids' pictures.
You want me to change it?
Yes.
Okay.
How?
Thanks, y'all.